What is going on, everybody? Raycraft here. Today we're gonna be casting another pro match. Another series of pro matches. We're casting Serral versus Kelazhur, played here on 16-bit a map that I'm pretty sure was removed this season. Yeah, it was removed this season, but this is a bit of an older game. Like, not too old. It happened a little bit. Not like long while ago. Anyway, in the top right corner, playing with the red Zerg pieces, we have none other than one of my personal favorites. We got Serral. And in the bottom left, he's a Terran. I don't know much about him cause I heard of him, but anyway, we have Kelazhur. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Let me know in the comment section below if I don't. Let me know. Anyway, now Serral, one of my personal favorites, and I'm pretty sure the best Zerg player. Not necessarily on the planet, but one of the best Zerg players ever. Now Kelazhur, I'm not saying he's bad. No. Those guys are pros, both of them. Now Kelazhur opening up with that Reaper and going for that expansion in the back corner. Serral's Overlord will be able to scout this as soon as it gets there. Second Overlord now out on the map already. Spawning pool being added on with that hatch gas pool build. One of my favorites builds when I play Zerg, but I don't think I really execute it right. Because I'm bad at Zerg, so I'm pretty bad at everything. We ain't talking about me here. Hold on. So that Overlord will barely not see the Reaper, but Serral is gonna be able to respond to that pretty easily with those two Zerglings and the Queen being added on. Because basically he expected it. Yeah, they were both of the wasn't an online tournament, so yeah, he was talking to the observers there, telling them to turn down the lights a little bit. Anyway, now Kelazhur doing that switch around. We'll go for double Hellion, just like we saw Special Room in that last game we casted, playing that same 1-1-1 style. Now Serral already going up to that third base. Reaper trying to be annoying, but will be deflected, and eventually it will have to retreat or die. Those Overlords making sure there aren't any hidden bases out on the map. Those two Hellions now going out, one that way, the other one is they split up. Now two Widow Wines being added on and a Medivac. Kelazhur already going for that harassment. Trying to anyway, but those two Queens will be there to deflect that hit squad of Hellions and the Reaper. At the same time, link speed now has been added on already, and I haven't even noticed. Let's look on the production tab, shall we? Fusion core being added on already. We don't want it being picked up to go to those mineral lines, but I'm pretty sure Serral will be able to deflect that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now supply being dropped, that Marine patrolling, making sure no Overlords get in the base, and both of those guys are kind of macroing up right now. Hold the phone here. I thought that was gonna be for Liberator range, but maybe we're gonna see battle cruisers. That would be something. Now Medivac. Okay, more Medivac drops coming in. Medivac drop with Widow Mines will eventually be deflected. No Jones going down yet. Really well done by Serral there. Okay. For a second I thought I was gonna see battle cruisers in the pro match and I was getting excited, but no, it's actually just for Liberator range. Now a second Widow Mine drop going out on the map. Serral in the meantime getting that Nidus network, and Roach one. Yeah, he's gonna do that build. Pretty sure he's doing the same thing Laser tried to do versus Special, but this dude ain't messing around. Bit of a Zergling ran by, but got deflected. Reaper will go down. Another tech lab being built, but here comes the Overseer. And here comes the Nidus Swarm. The SCV is going down. Those bunkers will be destroyed before Kelazhur gets any use out of them. Now Liberator is being built, hoping that he's going to be able to protect this. The SCV is now desperately trying to hold the low ground down there. In the same time, that Liberator will not stand a chance. 3 drones going out on the other side of the map. Those Widow Mines, they wreak havoc. Man. But that don't matter if the game's gonna be closed out right here and right now. Nothing more links now coming down the Nidus network, or the Nidus Swarm rather. Sorry, features to the Brood War area slash era, not area. My bad. Sorry guys. When I watch those games, it's hard for me to English. You can understand it. 8 SCV is going down. Now trying to repair those trying to repair that bunker. Liberator will need to go down, and I think now more and more SCVs being pulled off the line. Trying to my bad. Apologize for that burp though. Trying to hold up the line, but already, even if he was to make this happen, Serral was victorious in the first game. Now I'll see you guys in the next round. So go grab yourselves a drink or some popcorn, cause we in for more. Alright guys, and here we are in game number 2. Hope you got the popcorn, cause we're in for a good one. Now, in the top right corner, in the top left corner, my bad, we have one of my personal favorites, Serral. And in the bottom right, lost the first game, but that don't matter. He's in to win. We got none other than Kelazhur. Okay, first Overlord being sent out on the map, being sent across to go scout out the Terran base. Serral macroing up, doing what he does best, going for that hatchery first, cause it went pretty well for him last time. And Kelazhur going for the same build, opening up with a Reaper, because in those pro matches sometimes it doesn't come down to the build, it comes down to the execution of the build. I'm not saying the build order is not important. No. Alright, spawning pool coming up, as well as the gas. Overlord patrolling there, while the first Overlord actually still going across the map. Command center now being morphed into a planetary. And Kelazhur is waiting for resources to build a second CC on the ground. And there it goes. Let's look at the production tab. Reaper coming out, being sent across the map to scout and maybe deal some damage, but Serral already started up that queen, and I think he's gonna get them lings out. Yeah, there we go. 4 lings now being morphed in. This time Reaper will be scouted. Factory goes down as well as reactor, so now Serral, let's switch to Serral's view, shall we? Now Serral knows that it's the same build as before. In the meantime, Kelazhur sees the Overlord, does a great job microing there. But the Reaper will be deflected, at least for now. If I were him, I would use the Reaper Cliff, but that's up to him. Now, third base going down for Serral. Link speed being researched this time. Now, two Cyclones will be made instead of the two Hellions. I don't know if Serral knows that. Maybe he's expecting the Hellions, but we will find out how this will go after a short commercial break. I'm kidding. It's a joke, okay? It's a joke. Alright, now, more drones coming up for Serral as an Overlord. Kills were going. For that armory, Cyclones just came out. And now Hellions being sent off across the map. But being produced here, of course. Now, economically speaking, Serral is ahead. Yes. Let's look at the units tab though. Units wise, I don't know, because Queens are pretty good. And Serral has 3 of those, so I'm pretty sure Serral is ahead with everything. But he will not be able to stop Kelazhur from killing that base. Queens are not gonna get there in time. That's a cheeky move. Oh, and now going for that double Hellion, double Hellbat, double Cyclone push. Lings will be roasted, but you gotta be careful. If you lose that Hellbat, you're in big trouble. One Queen went down there. And the Cyclones will be deflected. More Hellions being queued up right now to go and help that Cyclone. But I'm pretty sure that push that push didn't manage to do anything. Now actually Kelazhur has more workers than Serral does. But here comes the Zergling counterattack. You gotta be very, very careful with that one. The Zerglings almost forced to cancel there, I think. Still, Hellions very good at dealing with Zerglings, especially when the Hellions are in big numbers. Now, playing the same 1-1-1 style as before, Kelazhur will do a switch around. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for a Banshee this time. But the Roaches now have come out, and Hellions versus, Hellbats now versus Roaches is not the best idea. Oh, but help. Oh, no. That's not good. Because while he wasn't paying attention, those Roaches came into his home base, and now the Lings are joining in the action. Cyclone came out, but without the SCV repairs, I doubt they're gonna be able to do much. Most of the Roaches have been cleaned up, but more and more Zerglings are streaming in. Serral just moving his way to victory. Banshee almost came out, but what's one Banshee gonna do against all of this? Basically nothing. GG, and with that, Serral won the second game as well. Alright guys, so let us see what we might find in the third game. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, and here we are in game number 3. So, in the bottom left corner, playing with the red Zerg pieces, we have none other than the winner of the previous 2 games we had in this series so far. We got Serral. And in the top right, he's still in it to win it, even though after 2 losses I don't know how much you can do about it. But that don't matter, we still have none other than Kelazhur. I still hope I'm pronouncing that right. Now Kelazhur, I don't know. If I were him I'd cheese, but that's just me. Now we're here on Lost and Found Alley. Serral going for that hatch gas pool, selling the overload across the map early on to get the scouting information. Kelazhur still going for the same build with the Reaper opener. Both of these guys playing pretty standard, at least in the early game. Oh, hold on. Oh no, it's the same build. I thought maybe we were gonna see a quick spawning pool. I don't know, mate. Alright. I don't know what to expect. Okay, so Serral still joining up, Reaper will be coming out, and the command center will be morphed into an orbital. Now, it's basically the same build this time for both of those players. I'd like to see a twist here, but I don't think so. Okay, so command center being built, factory being added on, second gas now being added on as well. In the same time, metabolic boost being researched, 2 queens are coming out and 4 more drones. Now Overlord will scout all of this out. Serral knows. Can we all notice how fast he does what he does? But at this point Serral knows about everything that's going on in here. Alright, let's go back to everyone. Alright, now for hatchery coming up. Metabolic boost still not finished, but will be finished in the next minute or so. Or actually no, it's gonna be finished in a few seconds. Now Overlord, now Marine trying to shoot down that Overlord, and Hellions trying to prevent those links from dealing any damage, and no damage was done whatsoever. Now 4 Hellions moving out across the map. I think that that Reaper was killed indeed. Serral with a much higher APM. I mean, it was much higher, like 50 APM above Kelazhur. More Hellions being added on. Now that Viking will be able to clean that Overlord up. Overlord taking a last peek at what. I apologize for that hiccup. Anyway, so if those Hellions make their way past the queens and the lings, lings actually flanking around now, or trying to. Anyway, let's see what else is gonna go on. If those Hellions could deal damage to that, yeah, more and more Hellions being added on right now. Now Spine Crawlers being morphed in at the main base location. Viking still trying to be a bit annoying here and clear out all of those things. So a spine crawler being, oh no, there was a spore. What? Oh, yeah, there's spore crawlers. I'm an idiot. Oh well, Spore Crawler is being added on now. Serral has hit a bit of a supply block because of Kelazhur, who has killed some of the overlords. But that Banshee will not be able to deal any damage. I mean, it dealt, like, it killed 2 drones, and I guess 2 drones is pretty working. But it will be able to indeed kill that spawning pool unless an Overseer comes out faster. Overseer now not being morphed in quite yet. Banshee ran out of energy, so it ran off. Here it is. Yeah, no more energy for that Banshee. Now at this point, let's take a look at the units tab. So there's 2 Banshees. There is an Overseer now. Why is that Overseer? Was it cancelled? Oh no, it's right here. There is a bunch of Roaches, and both of those guys have a ton of workers. Now Banshees, not super fast, but that problem could be solved if you research that advanced routers. I think that's the name of the upgrade. Anyway, the research that makes Banshees be faster. Now 3 Banshees are out on the map. 2 Cyclones and 11 Hellions. Where are all those Hellions at though? Oh, right here. Yeah. Anyway, now the Banshees are gonna try to deal some damage. Serral just took a little bit of damage there with 2 drones killed, but that's not a huge deal. Because look at his income. Look at how much he has compared to Kelazhur. Alright, on the production tab, 2 Thors now. Thors anyway, being added on. So that's good. Now 4 drones died. Oh yeah, because of the Banshees. But that push killed 14 major engagements right here on the side of the map with a changeling. Now that push will be deflected, but it dealt so much damage. And those Thors would have been useful. Now Kelazhur trying to do one of those Thors drops. Maybe that's gonna work out for him. I guess now he's trying to play full mech. Siege tanks being added on. That should prevent any of those pushes from coming in. Here they come now, but those siege tanks will be able to deflect those pushes. And in the same time, here comes the Thor drop. But nope, because Kelazhur has some reinforcing units at home as well. Medivac not quite able to outrun the Hydralisks without those upgrades, without that boost, but boost will be indeed used. In the meantime, more factories being added on. Another Thor drop leaving. Now upgrades being queued up. I don't get onto armories. Decision wise speaking, I'm not saying that with all this pressure I'd have actually done that, but I think it would have been smart for him to get. Oh no, you're not. Serral now going for a bit of an overload drop that will not be spotted, and dealing. What did I just say? Dealing with those Hydras in your main is very tough. And at the same time now siege tanks are left without cover. Yeah, sure, the LCVs might be able to hold on just a little while now, but to be honest with you, it's kinda GG. And I really don't see a way in which Kelazhur could make a comeback from this. And now the last of the units will be loading into the Dropper Lords. Viking went down there, but the rest of those units will be loading into the Dropper Lords, I think. And Serral is gonna try to do that again. Yeah, thought so. What is he trying to do? And now here comes the big push. Siege tanks being focused down. Very well done here by Serral. Basically killing his opponent from both sides. As he is trying to evacuate there, but I just don't know how that's gonna work. And while eventually the push in the main base, the drop, will be cleaned up, Kelazhur has taken major damage. And there's just no way. Basically, I don't see a way in which. I mean, yeah, he does have a bunch of siege tanks left. Those siege tanks could deal a bunch of damage, but there's just no way. Now Serral even going for another Dropper Lord, another drop in the main, but that one will be spotted, and I think it will be cleaned out before it reaches its destination. Now Vipers have been added on. Free upgrades now being researched for Serral, while Kelazhur only has 2-1. Parasitic bomb, very well done. You might want to drop those Hellbats, Kelazhur. You might want to drop them, those, or not. Looks like the Medivac didn't die. Now Serral going the other side, continuing to assault his opponent, even though not dealing damage, just putting on pressure. Very important. Now Kelazhur even has hit a little bit of a supply block, and that factory will be found, that floating barracks will be found, and without it I'm not sure does Kelazhur have another barracks? No, he does not, which means he won't be able to build additional factories. That's bad. Kelazhur still has some stuff. He has got some of those. Oh, now big. I think he's gonna go for a big Medivac drop. Now Greater Spire, I think is gonna be added on pretty soon. Yeah, it's already been. And Kelazhur, Serral will go for 4 of those Brood Lords, which will just absolutely demolish this siege tank army with almost 0 anti-air. Like it's like one Viking. So, I'm sorry guys. English is hard, very hard. Now more armor being researched here for the Terran player, but honestly it's just a matter of time before Serral can overpower his opponent. Perfect scan there by Kelazhur, confirming everything, but there's not much he can do about it now. I mean, if he uses his micro right, he might be able to snipe those Brood Lords, but no, there's no way. There's no. I mean, there's still hope. Nope. And with that, friends, that will conclude our series of this. I think it was a best of 5 series, but Serral just won 3 in a row. Man, Serral's so good at what he does. There's almost no way to beat him. Anyway, so if you guys enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe for more daily content. Also, don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload. I have a Twitter in the description below, so make sure to follow me there. I'll be posting some interesting stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.